after the Khabib McGregor fight.
Social media, come on, I don't have an issue with winning and losing. You know, we're fighters. We're all men. We all win and we all lose. You know, I have an issue with going out with no balls. You know, and no balls was not a catchy phrase. It wasn't like a cool hashtag. It was because it was a fact. The guy had no balls, and I saw it, from the first day I met the guy. You know, so I think that the more he should have just retired after the Mayweather fight, because the more he fights, the more he's an improvement, right? Because you can't just give balls to a guy with no balls. He's never going to have balls, you know, no matter what, no matter where you put him. If you press him enough, he's always going to quit or punk out or bitch out, you know. And I think Khabib was probably the worst fight for him, because Khabib tests your will in ways other fighters can't, because he's not a guy who puts you out of your misery. He's a guy who puts you through the torturous stages one round after another, and really will make you question yourself. Even if you're a guy who has balls, you know, you're gonna have to really bite down and dig deep in a fight with him. And so for a guy like Conor, you already saw him trying to turn his back in round 2, trying to get himself out so he could be submitted like he did with Nate Diaz. But Khabib wouldn't let him turn his back. Khabib kept him right side up, pounded on him because he wasn't done. He wasn't finished with him. Then you saw at the end of the 3rd round where he's trying to say it was just business, which is basically another way of saying, please don't hurt me, I was only kidding. You know, which to me was cringeworthy, absolutely cringeworthy. Because as a man, you got to go out as a man. You know, no matter what, you go out as a man, even if you never talk trash, you know, let alone if you talk the trash he did and you insulted at the levels he did, you know, and then you do that. That was cringeworthy. The level of pussy that in that moment is.
This man is touched, my guy. When beef is real, you know, you gotta keep that same energy. And Paulie Malignaggi is keeping that same energy. You know, I agree with him in terms of Khabib breaking people's will and all of that. And it's nice to know that Paulie saw, despite him being a boxer, he saw what 5-star grappling was. There were points in that fight where I don't think most people understood what was going on, because I didn't understand what was going on. I needed to see that fight 2-3 more times to really understand what was going on, because I'm not like a grappler or anything, right? And to see that everybody who watched that fight noticed the difference in talent in that one department, to me it was satisfying. Why? It gives MMA a different kind of respect. Now when you see a guy like Khabib, you understand how special they are in MMA versus a guy like Conor. Conor, in my opinion, can be manufactured by the UFC time and time again. The UFC cannot manufacture a guy like Khabib. And just to prove my point in saying that, you know, his levels to talent and all of that, I've said consistently that I've never found Conor McGregor to be that talented. What I mean by that is, compared to the people that he should be facing, your Tony Fergusons, your Kevin Lees, your Khabibs, he falls short in every single department. Guys, that's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence that this guy's been getting fights with just Jose Aldo and all of those guys. I'm not saying Jose Aldo isn't good, but he's had his time, man, you know. I kind of agree with Paulie Malignaggi in the sense that it wasn't a case of Conor not performing. It was a case of Conor not having the talent to take on Khabib on that level. And that's a shout out to Brendan Shaw.
But really, it made me smile because I always said, wow, I was like, I'm so right about this guy. Like, I hit it right on the head within 24 hours that I was around him. I hit it right on the head. This guy's got no balls at all. And so, you know, that's what ended up happening, you know. And then
I think he'll do a rematch with him, because I know he's trying to go for that rematch.
He's going to get the shit beat out of him. The great thing about McGregor for his fans is that, you know, he's a guy who can sell himself well and they'll buy into it. But he prostitutes himself. He prostitutes himself for everyone wants to beat the shit out of me. Pay me the most money and you get to beat me like a piñata. I call them combat sports official piñata because that's what he is, you know. He's got the biggest prize. You get to beat the shit out of him all over the place, and then you get a nice prize after it. You know, he brings you the biggest payday you can.
Okay, Paulie, that's where we have to stop. I don't agree with that piñata statement. I think Justin Gaethje is more of that. And by the way, I find that really disappointing. The fact that Justin Gaethje is an NCAA Division I wrestler, and we have yet to see a takedown from him in the UFC, yet he's 1-3. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, and I am out.
And I peep you, and I lost respect for you when you say you about this culture and this music, because you ain't. The day you feel you can question me, being where you're from, Chevy Chase, Maryland, graduated in 98, you ain't got no word in this city. It's my city. Any of you radio personalities think you want smoke? Call me Mr. Chimney. I want smoke. You know why? Because you could never, you don't work hard as me, bro. You're a sidekick in this city. Sidekick in the morning, sidekick on your own show. On Complex, you look like a sidekick. Tell Complex to cut me a check tomorrow, because I made you matter tonight. I'm going to get you some numbers that show is trash on Complex. You're about the culture, but you bring up that ding-dong chick to interview. Who you think, we stupid? You think I'm stupid?